Welcome back to Cyber Sea of Galilee DSMMA for a little reflection today. Here we are in one of our libraries. We are Dominicans, and so as Dominicans, we have a lot of books and we do a lot of study and we do a lot of preaching and teaching, and we try to use the intellect to obtain truth and to spread truth, because who is truth but God Himself? Now today, I chose a quote from Pope Benedict XVI, Pope Emeritus now, and it says, "The world offers you comfort, but Pope Benedict says, you weren't made for comfort, you were made for greatness." I think that's a very fine distinction. We live in a society where everybody wants to be comfortable. We don't want to go too much out of our ways. We don't want to feel sick. We can't bear with a headache. Let's just pop a couple pills. We want to get up on the right side of the bed and just be our charming, beautiful selves all the time. We just don't want anything that's going to take a little extra energy, or sometimes gift of self, or forbearance, or we even kind of shy away from perseverance sometimes, fidelity, which will be another whole major Sea of Galilee theme. But today, notice Pope Benedict is saying we weren't made for comfort. Now, you try saying that to our world today, to our culture, to young people, to old people, to middle-aged people, to children. You weren't made for comfort. They'll go, what is wrong with you? Of course I was. If I want a candy bar, I'm going to go get it. If I didn't do my homework, I'm going to get out of it somehow or another. If I don't want to play the game, all of a sudden I don't feel too good and I have to go to bed. I'm going to do what I want to do because I think I was made for comfort, wasn't I? Don't you live for comfort too? Hopefully, we realize we were made for greatness. Pope Benedict flies right in the face of that age-old argument of just make your life comfortable because that's all that really counts, and to make yourself great. What does make yourself great? Pope Benedict followed Pope St. John Paul the Great. Greatness in the eyes of John Paul II basically meant to give yourself away for love of another. It really ultimately, in its extreme, we can think of martyrdom. And it's more day to day. We can think of many of the saints, all of the saints, their example. We can think of St. Teresa of the Child Jesus saying, just bend down and pick up something off the floor out of love of God, and maybe you will save a soul. How does that equal save a soul? I'm giving the gift of myself with my love, with my heart, with my intellect, with everything I am, and God can use this gift of self any way He wants to. How again is this proven? Again, if we're thinking of St. Teresa of the Child Jesus, she became patron of the Universal Church in the sense of patron of missions around the world, though she entered a Carmelite convent, cloistered at 15 years old, died at 24, and had never left that cloistered community for those years. How in the world does she become patron of missions? This is so typical of the contradictions in the faith that we mentioned in a previous Sea of Galilee, meaning the cross turns everything upside down. What seems to be so easy and so comfortable and so pleasing and so easy, all of a sudden becomes, is that all I can do? Is that all I can give? Am I finding an internal peace by my selfishness? If everybody is paying attention to me and there's nothing wrong with me because I'm just so wonderful, at the end of the day, do I go, what baloney that is? Can nobody see through me? Did nobody see my agony? Does nobody see my loneliness? Does nobody see that I have great weaknesses? Can nobody really see me? And that leads to bitter loneliness and to frustration, and for some people, to depression. Why is it that some people that reach the top after all this climbing plop? Because they were fakes. And without an internal core, when you get to the heights, you will collapse in. So I think this is really beautiful when Pope Benedict says, don't just look for comforts. Of course we all like certain comforts, and they're fine. Thank God for comforts. But when it's called to be comfortless for the greater good, for God, for the salvation of souls, get up, do without the comforts, and go become great. Because God made us for eternity, and the greatness will be with Him in heaven. trust Him, give your gifts, and really try not to count the cost, because that's Screwtape's way of making you stop the sacrifice. Give, 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 and you will receive eternal life. And in this life, you will receive God's graces to be the true comfort, which is the only one you've ever really sought. Signing off from Cyber Sea of Galilee, DSMMA. God bless and have a beautiful day.